everybody, I am Lara, this is Theory of Science. It's a Lego Storytime show, so I'm trained to teach science to like secondary school children, and I do stream lessons where there are printouts and like I try and aid your understanding and we learn stuff. This isn't that, there's no printouts for this. This is my weekly Lego Storytime show where I just chat about a thing that I've been learning about this week, and we do an activity and there's a Lego story at the end. Do you want to have a little look at the Lego stories today? There you go. It's all waiting for you. Yeah, I don't know what my costume's doing. I'm just dressed as Valentine's Day, right? Because it's all about the hearts and the flowers, and it turns out it's all about Saint Valentine. I didn't really know who he was. Saint Valentine is a Roman, which works out beautifully if you're watching live, because we've just finished our Romans lessons. He lived in the year 200s. Here is, I mean, not really a picture of him, to be honest, done long after he died, but he was a Christian. We've talked quite a lot about how Christmas was a festival and then Christians kind of took it over, but it wasn't like invented by Christian people. But St. Valentine's Day does seem to be a Christian feast. So the Lego story is all about like Christianity in the Roman times and how Romans became Christians. But in the time of St. Valentine's, not many people were Christians in the Roman Empire at all. And they were quite persecuted, like people treated them really badly. So St. Valentine was a Christian religious person, like maybe a bishop, maybe a priest, but basically he looked after Christian people who had been treated badly. He's the patron saint of some weird stuff. So I had to look up why. If you ever heard of a patron saint, like when people die, sort of Christianity says that they were very special, wonderful people and turns them into saints. Saint Valentine is actually the patron saint of beekeeping. He is the patron saint of love, but he's also the patron saint of beekeeping. Kind of just because he really liked bees. Someone becomes a patron saint of something if they just kind of, if there's a legend about them having something to do with it. Should we start? Let's start our activity while I'm chatting on to you about Valentine's Day. We're going to make a pop-up card. So I'll tell you a bit about St. Valentine. Then I'm going to talk about flowers, and then we'll look at animals that give each other gifts, and then it'll be the Lego story. So while I'm chatting about that, we'll make a pop-up card. If you've got some paper, if you've got card, obviously that's better. I'm just using paper, so I'm going to fold it in half twice to make it a little bit thicker so that it's like a card, okay? So I've just folded it in half once, I'm going to fold it in half twice. So yes, he's the patron saint of beekeeping because it's really cute. He's just really into bees. Apparently he treats them really kindly. He like mentions them when he's praying to God, you know, make sure you look after the bees. There's one story about how he meets a girl who's blind and she really loves bees, so he teaches her to look after bees, and that brings her sight back. Not science, but nice story. So that's why he's the patron saint of beekeeping. He's also the patron saint of epilepsy. We don't know why. It might be that the word Valentine in sort of languages around Germany at that time sounded a little bit like the word for falling, and for a long time epilepsy was known as the falling illness. So it might just be that the word sounded similar, and epilepsy, the falling disease, sort of became known as like Valentine's disease, maybe? Or maybe he treated someone, cured someone, again, hashtag science, who had epilepsy. But yeah, we really don't know. But anyway, this excites me. I love the thought of my ancestors doing stuff that I'm still doing. Apparently people have been having feasts on the 14th of February to celebrate St. Valentine's Day since like the 700s. For over 1,000 years. Your great and loads grandparents were eating nice foods to celebrate on the 14th of February. I mean, I say yours, like I'm British, so I think it was happening in Britain, so obviously it depends. But anyway, it's a nice idea that there's this custom that has gone on for that long. Right, should we talk a little bit about flowers? Because to be honest, he was around in the 200s. We don't know that much about St. Valentine. There are stories that there might have been 3 different St. Valentines, or maybe they're all the story about one person, I don't know. But we do know about flowers. Have you done that? Have you started your little card? I've decided we're going to make a pop-up card of a spider. A Valentine's Day card about a spider. So what I would like is for the card to open and for a spider's web to pop up, which is not scientifically accurate. I will tell you why when we get to the bit about spiders. But if you've got another bit of paper, can you cut a strip like a little bit less than half along long ways so that you get quite a long strip of paper like that? Yeah, is that right? See what I'm doing there? Just getting an A4 bit of paper, not quite half. I'm going to use this strip here, which is a bit smaller than half. So you do that while I talk to you about flowers. Everyone gives flowers on Valentine. Not everyone at all today. I'm not interested in receiving flowers. Not terribly bad, good for the environment. They use up a lot of water and you can't eat them. But anyway, people give flowers on St. Valentine's Day, so let's talk about those. We're going to talk about... So, right, to make a human baby, okay, you need a sperm and an egg to mix together, and that makes a baby grow. So there are different kinds of humans. There are humans with male reproductive systems, and that system makes a sperm, and there are humans with female reproductive systems, and that system makes the egg. So sperm gets to the egg, and then the baby grows in the female reproductive system, right? We're not going to talk about how human babies are made. We've talked about it before. But it's not that dissimilar to how flowers do it. Part of the flower makes sort of the sperm, and there are eggs inside this bit of the flower down here, the ovary, and the sperm has got to get to the egg. So proper botanists, people who study flowers, wouldn't like what I just said because it's not exactly sperm. You know pollen that you get on flowers, right? This is the anther. This is the little part of the flower called the stamen. Checks notes, I always forget. If you've ever seen like loads of kind of yellowy, dotty stuff, dust, on a flower, that's the pollen. And what happens is, it can happen on the same flower or it can happen on different flowers. Let's say there's a different flower over here that's making pollen on its stamen. The pollen comes off the stamen, travels over to this bit of the flower, which is called the stigma, and then, it's so cool, it basically like digs a tunnel. It's so good. I'm going to bring it over here. Pollen lands on the stigma here, digs a tunnel, and then the pollen sort of turns into sperm. So that's where the sperm comes from. Pollen isn't exactly sperm, but pollen, when it lands on this sticky bit, the stigma, goes down a pollen tube, turns into sperm, gets to the eggs, which are here, and mixes with the eggs. And that makes, not a baby, but a seed. That makes a seed, and obviously the seed goes into the ground eventually and the flower grows. So that's how flowers get made. That's how flowers reproduce. About 90%, 85, 90% of flowers, not all plants, but flowering plants, 85 to 90% of them, this happens because of some kind of animal, usually insects. So the famous one is bees, right? It's beekeeping. Let's talk about bees. Flowers are basically just making themselves really attractive to pollinators. That's the creature that pollinates the flower. So they look beautiful, they smell beautiful, they've got delicious, sticky, sweet juices like nectar, which insects want to drink. It's not just bees, wasps, moths, could be bats, hummingbirds, loads of different creatures pollinate things. But a bee, for example, would come over to drink the delicious nectar and eat the pollen. It would end up getting fluffy pollen all over its fluffy little body. And then when the bee comes over to another flower, it accidentally rubs itself against this stigma here and gets some pollen on the stigma. So 90% pretty much of flowers are relying on creatures to get that pollen to the stigma so that it can mix with the eggs and then make a seed, right? But so that's why flowers look attractive, basically, is to attract pollinators so that will happen. So I thought, let's have a look at the other flowers, right? The other 10%. Now, 2% of flowers don't get pollinated with animals, they get pollinated with water. Right, if you finish cutting out your strip, what I want you to do is a concertina fold. You know what that means? You know, like how you make fans. So if you don't know what I mean, if you watch the screen, I want you to fold a little bit of the paper over like that, and then fold the whole lot back again. And then fold it over again forwards, and then fold the whole thing over again backwards. I am famously bad at describing crafting on neuroscience. I'm not a crafter. I don't know how to communicate crafting. I always worry that I'm going too fast or too slow. But do you get what I mean? Fold it over like that, and then fold it over like that. And then you end up with this little fan type thing like this. Yeah? Can you be doing that for me? We'll turn that into our spider's web. Yeah, 2% of flowers get pollinated by water. So if it's an aquatic flower, the pollen maybe goes into the water and floats through the water and gets to the flower's eggs that way. But sort of very roughly 8% get pollinated by the wind. It's just the pollen blows off in the wind, lands on the stigma or whatever, goes down to the egg. What do you think flowers that get pollinated by wind look like? What do you think? I've got some pictures here. Pretty much all willows, I think all willow trees except one are pollinated by the wind. You want to have a look at some willow tree flowers? Yeah, you do. These flowers get all the attention, don't they? The ones that get pollinated by creatures. Have a look at this. Almond willow flowers look like this. Happy Valentine's Day! I got you some almond willow flowers. I think they're cute. Look how tiny they are. They're so tiny. And they've hardly got any colour. This thing's just green. You know why? Because it doesn't care. It doesn't care about being attractive. It doesn't care about you and Valentine's Day. It doesn't even care about bees and wasps and moths and butterflies. It's just using the wind to make its pollen travel onto another bit of flower. So there you go. Maybe we can all learn something from the almond willow flower. Here's a sawtooth oak tree. Its flowers are pollinated by the wind and they look like this. Happy Valentine's Day! Got you some sawtooth oak flowers. Look at them, just not giving us stuff. It's so amazing, isn't it? How you can tell that they are flowers, but they're just totally different because the whole colour, perfume thing, delicious sweet nectar is just to attract insects for the pollination. Here are the flowers of a goat willow tree. Happy Valentine's Day. I can't lie, they're actually really cute. They are adorable. If you've heard of the word catkin, I knew that this was a catkin. I didn't really know what a catkin was. A catkin is a flower. Not all catkins, but most catkins are flowers that get pollinated by the wind, which is why they don't look anything like what we would think of as being flowers. That's what a catkin is. It's a great word and it's a great thing. And already this show is giving me stuff I didn't expect it to give me. Okay, let's move on to animals that give gifts and finish our Valentine's Day card. Have you made a little concertina fold strip of paper like that? I want this to be our spider's web because I started looking up what animals give gifts to each other. Is this a thing? Do animals give gifts like humans give each other gifts on Valentine's Day? And yeah, they do. Loads of animals give gifts, usually just so that they can mate. You know what mating means, like have babies with, where the egg and the sperm mix together. That is when we say that that's mating. So usually an animal gives another animal a gift if they want to mate with it. It's very common in the insect world. And spiders, quite often it's the male giving the female something because it wants to mate. And there's this nursery web spider which does gift giving, and it just tickled me pink, guys, and I thought I've got to tell them about this. Have you finished this? We'll do the next step. I need to show you a picture of a nursery web spider, but I also need to give you some warning because some people don't like looking at spiders. I tell you what, we'll do the next stage first. If you've pushed your little concertina bit of paper together, to make it, I want it to kind of fold outwards like that. So we'll stick one end to one bit of our card and one end to the other bit of our card so that when it gets opened, it looks like a spider's web. But we need it to look a bit more, we need it to look more like a spider's web, don't we? You know, spider's webs have got that edge that sort of looks like that. How are we going to do that? Is there a way to do it that makes it faster? I don't know that there is there? We could... Yeah, I think we can. Let's this is the one that I made yesterday. Sort of want it to be better than this. That's not awful, is it? What I did was I folded it up and then I just cut the edge off like that. Kind of cut a little curve out to make it look a bit more spider's webby. I think that's what I'll do again. I think it looks better anyway. It doesn't look great, but it looks better. So yeah, these nursery web spiders, they're very common in Britain. They live in just kind of, well, they like to sunbathe apparently on nettles and on brambles. And the female doesn't, well, they don't make webs, which is why I said this is horribly scientifically inaccurate, because we're making a nursery web spider card and they don't make webs, but I'm still making a little spider's web pop up because it's cute. They don't make webs, but they do make silk. The female makes silk to protect the little babies. It sort of spins a little tent so that when its babies hatch, they can just kind of like play and be free and grow up a little bit in the tent to protect them. So here's a picture of a female nursery web spider who has made a little tent for the babies. But I'm going to count down from 5 because some of you don't like looking at pictures of spiders, and that is totally fine. That is just human evolution. Spiders used to be poisonous to us, and anyway. Ready to see the picture? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Picture of a spider. Some of you are going to be thinking that that is adorable, and some of you are going to be thinking, I do not like. But anyway, this is a nursery web spider, often found in Britain and other parts of the world. Like I say, sunbathing on nettles and brambles if you want to try and find one. And this one has constructed this absolutely gorgeous silken tent to look after the little baby spiders. All right, popping you back up. Okay, no more pictures of spiders if you don't like spiders. Like I say, nothing to be ashamed of. Where I live in Britain, there aren't any spiders that can hurt you, but you evolved in a time when there were spiders that could hurt you, and a bit of your brain deep inside is just still remembering that and isn't fond of them, which is fine. Right, if you've done that, if you've got some wiggles, I'm just going to draw some black lines on my spider's web again to make it look a bit more spiderwebby. So, the male nursery web spider gives gifts to the female. To say like, hey, want to mate with me? What it does is it uses its silk to wrap up a little present for the female nursery web spider. I'm drawing on my spider's web as I tell you about this, like this. Here we go. So I'm just doing this. So that's nice, isn't it? That's a nice fact for kids. Hey kids, the male nursery web spider uses silk to wrap up a little present that it gifts to the female to try and persuade the female to mate. Now, that's nice. What's not so nice is that sometimes the male nursery web spider tries to trick the female by wrapping up something that the female definitely doesn't want to eat, like a crusty old dried up cricket's leg that the female will have no interest in, gives it to the female, and while the female is unwrapping it, mates with it anyway. Uncool, dude. Really uncool. We'll talk about how it kind of gets its comeuppance in a little bit. Let's talk about other animals that give gifts. I'm now drawing some lines on my spider's web like this. You can make it look like however you want, right? This is not a scientifically accurate pop-up card. If you don't like spiders, make a pop-up card of something else. Can I recommend the scorpion fly? Here's a picture of a scorpion fly. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. What a great photo. This is a male scorpion fly, which again is the one that gives the gifts. The scorpion fly gives the female the gift of its spit. So yeah, it makes a big ball of spit and gives it to the female, and the female decides from this blob of spit gift whether it wants to mate with the male. But the interesting thing is, the bigger the ball of spit, the more nutrients the ball of spit has, the more likely the female is to mate with the male. So it really makes a difference, like how good the present is. And yeah, the other thing that I've been reading about is how it's very common for the females and males of lots of different creatures to mate with different animals. But like the spider and the scorpion fly, once the female has mated with one male, it might go off and mate with another male after that. And so it's more likely that it would end up having the babies of like the second one that it's mated with. So apparently the bigger the spit gift that the scorpion fly gives, the more time it takes for the female scorpion fly to go on and find another male scorpion fly. So it's more likely, if you've given a big gift, that you're going to be the one whose DNA gets to live on through another generation of scorpion flies. Right, this is possibly my favourite. The great grey shrike. Let's move on to the bird world. Here's a great grey shrike. It's so cute. This is a teenager, actually, a juvenile. Here's a grown-up one. The great grey shrike, the male gives presents to the female, right? Like kind of little bits of food, little offerings. Again, all very nice. But I've been learning about the animal world, honestly. I didn't really know this. I sort of knew, but I didn't know there were so many scientific words for it. There's this thing called extra pair females. So there are animals that mate for life. Right, should we, I think we need to stick our spider's web into our card. You'll have heard of loads of animals that mate for life, right? The male and the female find each other and they have babies together or whatever, and the next year they have babies together again and then again and again. That's called mating for life. I didn't know that in animals that mate for life, it's very common for there to be extra animals involved, and they're called like extra pairs, and you can get extra pair males and extra pair females. So the great grey shrike mates for life and finds a female that it gives a gift to, but it also gives gifts to extra pair females, to other females, to persuade them to have its babies as well. Because obviously, like, the natural world is all about all animals kind of programmed to want to like spread their DNA, right? So the male shrike wants the female shrike that it's paired with to have its babies so that its DNA gets passed on, but it's like, well, I'll also just try giving gifts to the other females as well, because then they might pass my DNA on. And scientists have done tests. This is a job that some scientists have. They've noticed that it gives more nutritious gifts to the extra pair females. It gives better gifts to the extra females than it does to the female that is paired with for life. I know! Right, I'm going to cut some little bits of sellotape and show you how I'm going to stick this this web into my card. Is that the only thing that I would say about that? I read on the internet that great grey sharks give gifts. I was like, okay, cool. And then I read the actual scientific study that they've done and found out all this new stuff. Yeah, food offered to extra pair females had a significantly higher energy value than that offered to the social mates. Yeah, the size of prey offered may enable females to judge a male's quality. Yeah, right. So the bigger the gift given, again, the more likely it was that the female was going to mate with the male, and also, yeah, the longer it would take for the female to mate with a different male. So basically, yeah, in the animal world, the better a gift you give, the more likely you are to pass your DNA on. We are going to talk in a second about animals who aren't just looking to mate with other animals and just give gifts anyway. Right, here's what you need to do if you've got your little spider's web. I'll put you down here. I think a felt pen is about the right size to prop it up on. There we go. So you need to get either end of your spider's web, your highly scientifically incorrect spider's web, because nursery web spiders don't make webs, but you need to stick one end right next to the crease like that. Make sure you don't put it too high up, because if you put it too high up when you fold the card, the web will be flopping out the top. So I'm going to put it in the middle. You see what I'm doing? Just stick one end of it down on one side of the crease, and then you have to fold it up again. Stick another side of it, so you're going to have some sellotape handy to the other side of the crease. Yeah, like that. That's quite good, isn't it? And then hopefully when your loved one, or someone who you don't love at all, opens the card, then that little spider's web will pop up. Is that all right? I think that's all right. I might put another little bit of, it's kind of flopping out, so I might put a little bit of sellotape on the, is that better? Oh yeah, that's better, isn't it? Okay, just going to cut my sellotape in half and stick it a bit near the back. Here we go. There we go. Oh yeah, come on, that looks great. Wait, let's see if it folds up. It does. So I'm going to leave you to decorate the front, and then you open it up. Spider's web! So what I'm going to do, just while I tell you about animals that aren't just giving gifts to try and mate with other animals, I'm going to make a little spider just to kind of put at the front. I mean, that's pretty good on its own. I could just draw a picture of a spider, but I'll try making a pop-up spider. All right, come back here with me. So to make the pop-up spider, I'm just gonna, what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna cut a little bit of paper, basically make a spider's head, just make a circle, I think. So I've just got a little bit of scrap paper, folded the back over, that's the bit that I'll stick in the card. And then I'm just gonna kind of cut a bit of a circle out like that. And that's gonna be my spider's head. Oh yeah, so, right, I'm just cut something like that, right? And I'll stick it in there so that when the card pops up, you see the spider with the web. So the reason why our spider, which gives the fake gift to the female, is actually doing itself a disservice, and it's not a good idea, is because when the female discovers that the gift is just a horrible manky old cricket's leg, that female is probably going to go off and mate with a different spider. So the spider that gave the rubbish gift is not going to be the one whose DNA gets passed on. Ha! Ha! There you go. Don't lie, kids. We can all learn a lesson from the animal world. Right, let's talk about the Eurasian jay. Let's cheer ourselves up a little bit by talking about animals that just give gifts because it's a nice thing to do. Here is the Eurasian jay. They're actually fairly common in the UK. I feel like I didn't notice them for ages. Really stunningly beautiful bird. It's a member of the crow family, so it won't surprise you to hear that it is very intelligent. Crows, famously intelligent. Oh wait, I'm just drawing my spider. I was just going to do it all black, but my black pen's running out, so I should probably draw a mouth. And I've just remembered that spiders obviously don't have two eyes. Spiders have, they can have different numbers of eyes, but they always have an even number of eyes. So it doesn't matter how many eyes you draw on, just draw an even number. I think I'm going to go the whole 8 because, like I say, black pen's running out, so the more space the better. I don't think the spider's eyes are arranged like that, but it's too late now. Have a look at this jay. Look at that. Stunning. Yeah, so part of the crow family. The jay gives gifts just 'cause, yeah? So but they've done experiments again, or they've studied jays, and they've noticed that the male jay will know when the females had a lot of one type of food, and we'll give it a different type of food. Like if a female jay has been eating a load of worms, then maybe the male jay might give it like a fly instead. So it kind of sounds simple, but it's pretty cool, isn't it? It's like what a human would do if someone had eaten absolutely stacks of spaghetti bolognese. If you wanted to make them feel happy, you wouldn't give them more spaghetti bolognese, would you? You'd be like, cupcake? I'd be like, oh, go on then, yeah. So the male jay is sort of doing that as well. It's you know, it's been a little bit sensitive. It's noticing what the female needs, and yeah, that's not actually in order to mate with her. That's just a nice thing. I love the fact. Can we just for a second talk about the fact that there are scientists for whom this is an actual job? Like there are scientists watching scorpion flies mating with each other and noting and studying the kinds of spit that they give. Just, you know, come on, be a scientist. Right, I've made my little spider. I'm going to stick it with a bit of sellotape into my card because it's nearly time for the Lego story. The last animal that gives gifts is this one, very closely related to humans, the bonobo. I mean, there are other animals that give gifts, but these are the ones that I'm talking about. Yeah, the bonobo, look at them looking after each other, picking each other's noses and stuff. They are very generous. They have been seen to give food to like bonobos that they don't know at all, even sometimes if they actually need the food. It's really interesting that even in the animal world, cooperation can be a good thing to do. You know, almost a kind of, you can evolve to be a good cooperator because it helps you to survive. So I like the idea that building a relationship with a stranger by giving them some food is a better thing to do in some parts of the natural world than just eat the food because that gives you the nutrients. Right? It's nice. Life is complicated. Okay, I've got my little pop-up web. I'm going to put my little pop-up... Shall I put it over the crease? I didn't want it to look too much like a peacock, but also if I put it over the crease, then it's properly going to pop up. I think I will put it over the crease like that. So I'm going to stick my little flap down. There we go. Like that. And then hopefully if I fold the card, the spider will just naturally crumple, but that's fine. Is it? I think that's fine. I've just scrunched up my spider by folding my card. And then when I open it up, the spider sort of pops up. And do you know what? If it gets a bit crumbled, I don't care. It shouldn't have given such a rubbish gift, should it? I didn't say to bring any, and you don't have to do this, but I have got a lot of toilet roll on my desk for various reasons. So I think I'm going to give my spider a rubbish little gift. I'm going to get some silk toilet roll, not used, it's clean, and just like stick it to the spider. Oh, I know. I'll draw some legs on, and then, sorry, I will get to my story in a sec. I'll draw some legs on the spider, and one of the legs can be holding this rubbish little bit of stuff wrapped up in some tissue. Here we go. Right. So spiders have got 8 legs. I made a right mess of this on Facebook yesterday and drew the legs all wiggly, and it looked like a jellyfish. They don't have wiggly legs, do they? They've just got legs. That's a bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think they've got this many joints either. How many have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And a rubbish little bit of cricket's leg on the end. Come on! I mean, if that doesn't say Valentine's Day, then what does, really? I'm so happy with that. It's the best thing we've ever done on this science. So you could write Happy Valentine's Day on the front and do some lovely hearts and stuff. And then I got you a manky old cricket's leg. It's not really popping up, is it? But anyway, you can work on yours while I tell you a Lego story about Christianity in the Roman Empire. Let's go. It's time to go. It's time to step away. But anyway, yeah, okay, right, come here with me. Ooh, past my coffee, yum. Put that over there. Bring that over here. Constantine the Great, famous Roman emperor. I can tell you all about Constantine the Great because he actually became emperor in York in Britain, which is where I live, and I've passed his beautiful statue outside York Minster loads of times and read the plaque on it loads of times and forgotten exactly what was on that plaque loads of times. But because I knew I was doing this Lego story show, I finally looked up Constantine on the internet, and here is what I learned. The Roman Empire was rich in gods. Every time the Romans conquered a country, they discovered new gods and decided to worship those gods as well. Here are the Romans conquering a country and meeting someone who says, I am the god of pastry. And the Roman soldiers are saying, oh, yes, brilliant, we'll have you as well. Great, write down the Roman god of pastry. And there are gods of all kinds of different things. And the line between the rulers of Rome and gods has always been a little bit blurry, right? Like we know that Romulus from our Roman lessons, who founded Rome, all the Romans think that he was the son of a human woman and the god Mars. So gods and humans, yeah, they're kind of blurry, and they're very closely related to the rulers of Mars. Augustus, the first emperor of the Roman Empire, he started this idea of the imperial cult, this idea that God was on the side of the emperor, and when he died, he got godlike status. Some emperors actually chose to present themselves as living gods while they were alive, which didn't go down very well with the Roman people, and people who presented themselves as living gods tended not to be living for very long. But anyway, during the 200s, the Roman Empire saw an awful lot of trouble, an awful lot of civil war, and all this restlessness. It caused people to start questioning whether the emperors really were that godlike. Maybe they're not quite as incredible and powerful as we thought they were. And religious cults started popping up all across the empire. Now, in the Roman Empire up to this point, religious beliefs and morals, like, you know, the idea of sort of good and bad, had been very separate ideas. But then someone came along at this time in the province of Judea, who talked a lot about morals and also seemed like they might be quite a good religious leader. You might have heard of them. They were called Jesus. They were a Jewish carpenter, and a lot of their teachings had an awful lot in common with the teachings of Judaism, apart from one big difference. Jesus went around saying that he was the Son of God. Now, the local Jewish community in Judea didn't like this. They thought it was very disrespectful, and they asked the Roman governor at the time, Pontius Pilate, for help. So Jesus was executed. Not little baby Jesus, sorry, I've sort of skipped a bit, but you know. He was killed. And this would have been the end of just another pop-up cult in the Roman Empire, except a rumour quickly spread around a few days later that Jesus had come back to life. The tomb that they buried him in had been found empty. Now, actually, the Roman emperor in Rome at this time, when he heard about this miracle, he did end up saying to everyone, "Hey, do you think this is pretty good? Do you think we should add Jesus to all our gods and we should worship Jesus as well?" But the Senate said, "No, we don't think that's a very good idea." But despite this, the followers of Jesus managed to spread word of him all across the Roman Empire. Christianity, it really, really took off. And actually today, modern mathematicians have done quite a lot of work, mathematical modelling, to try and figure out how it was that Christianity became so popular and took off. And the mathematical models so far, they're not really telling us anything. But despite this word of Christianity spreading around the empire, all the different Roman gods were still in charge until along came Constantine. Now, at the time that Constantine is around, kind of 306, the Roman Empire weirdly has like 4 different emperors. It wasn't an obvious thing that Constantine would become emperor. His dad was emperor, and then when his dad got killed, Constantine was in York at the time, and the Romans around him were just like, "Yeah, you're emperor now." But actually this wasn't totally obvious, and Constantine really needed ways to tell the Roman Empire, "I am absolutely in charge and nobody else is in charge." He was going to need a kind of a legacy, a way of letting people know that he was the big deal. Now, Constantine, like a lot of emperors before him, had adopted a personal god, and Constantine's personal god was the god Sol, the mighty god Sol, which meant sun in Latin. He was trying to move the empire towards just sort of praising one god, because it was quite a good way of getting control, right? Now, at some point, Emperor Constantine seems to have kind of merged the god Sol and Jesus Christ into one entity. We're not quite sure how. The story goes that he was walking along a road, the famous Via Flaminia, when he had a vision. In the sun, he saw an image of a cross. And Constantine was a very sort of open-minded person. He had a lot of Christian friends, and one of his Christian friends said to him, "Oh, mate, that is definitely the Christian God giving you a sign, and that's a sign that the Christian God is protecting you and making you successful." So maybe this is why Constantine decided to become a Christian. Maybe it was just a really good way of sort of focusing everyone's attention on one God, so that they kind of focused more on worship and less on killing each other. And placing all his power in one God kind of made Constantine more powerful as well. Regardless of why it happened, Constantine was the person who kind of formalised Christianity in the Roman Empire. And if you've ever wondered why the sort of Christian day is a Sunday, it's because Sol Day, the day of the sun, it's kind of because the god Sol and the Christian God kind of got merged together in the Roman Empire. And this vision happened at the Via Flaminia, where St. Valentine is now buried. The end. Whew. Right, you lot. That is the end of my Lego story show about how the Roman Empire went from having lots of different gods to just one god. Isn't that amazing? It's incredible how stuff that happened nearly 2,000 years ago is still having such an enormous effect on our lives today. I really do. I mean, I suppose it shouldn't be amazing, really, should it? It'd be more amazing if we'd literally just made everything up, but I don't know. I just find it incredible that something that a Roman emperor decided in the years 300 and something is actually affecting my life now. Like, that might be why I celebrate Christmas instead of celebrating the equinox or something in my culture. Anyway, that is the end of the Lego Story Show. Thank you so much for joining me. This was actually my last thing that I'm streaming live before a break for half term. I say a break. I'm going to be writing my supporters magazine and planning the Shakespeare module, which is happening next term. But there won't be quite so much performance adrenaline, which is good for me to have a break from, even though, my goodness, I love it. Right. So that's the end of the show. I'm going to go over to my Facebook page because I don't have any comments on YouTube, but whenever I'm live on YouTube, I put up a post on Facebook saying, if you want to comment on this post, then I will say hi to you at the end. So if you want to go, if you've got a Facebook account, if you haven't, well done you. But if you have got a Facebook account, that's great because it means you can comment on my posts. So I'm just going to go over to that now. I'll tell you how I do this for a job as well. This is my actual full-time job. Can you believe it? How it works is, everything that I do is free. There is no secret Zoom group where people are paying me loads of money for like one-to-one or small group tuition. No, if you're watching this, you are a member of the Science Lines and you are my students. You are the only people that I teach. So how it works is, all the lessons that I stream are streamed for free. All of the printouts for the lessons, not the Lego show, are free. This Lego show doesn't have any printouts. It's all available for free for watching on Catch Up. There's no paywall, and I just say if you are enjoying the lessons, if you are using me as a resource and you can afford to pay me, then can you chip in towards my wages? And people are. So I've said if you want to support me with £5 a month, can you go to my About section on YouTube? Like and subscribe as well. But the most important thing to do really is go to the About section and find this link to this website called Ko-fi or Ko-fi. And that's where people sign up to support me with £5 a month. And if you sign up to support me with £5 a month, you will be sent a nice thing in the post. You will get a little package with some rainbow glasses in that make you see rainbows. They're so good. I say this every time. I never actually show anyone. I just put them on and go, they're so amazing. Shall I show you? I'll show you what you see if you put the rainbow glasses on. They've basically just got tiny little slits in them. I send you a sheet that I wrote about how they work. Look at that. So any source of white light gets split up so that you can see that it's actually made of all the colours of the rainbow. Look, if you go to the windows as well. It's so good, isn't it? So yeah, I am a physics teacher by training. So I send you a information sheet I wrote about how they actually work, because that's kind of the interesting bit, right? It's the fun bit, yeah? And I send you Theatre of Science magazine. Theatre of Science magazine, the greatest, least reliable science publication available to children. I just finish it. I write it around planning and teaching the lessons. So I just keep saying that it's going to come out, and then I keep not bringing it out. I'm so sorry. If you are supporting me, then refunds are available, message me privately. But yes, people know that they're chipping into my wages, and Theatre of Science magazine is a thank you to my supporters. If you sign up to support me now, you will receive a past magazine or two, and you'll be on the list to receive the next one, which really is getting finished. And in half term is my chance to crack on and properly finish it and send it to the printers. But if you sign up with £5 a month, I'll send you this one, which was on mould, which came out in 2022. It's got Choose Your Own Adventure, where you work as a mould expert in a museum. It's got a beautiful comic that I wrote about how penicillin was discovered. I send you a home compostable plastic bag. It took me ages to find these, so that you can make this little tray at the back, put some food in, watch the food go mouldy, try and identify the mould on the food using the magazine, but then at the end you can compost the whole lot because it's all home compostable. You don't have to put it in a special place. And if you sign up with £6 a month, I'll send you the glasses and that mould magazine, but I'll also send you the sleep issue, which came out in 2023, which has another Choose Your Own Adventure and another beautiful comic, a little origami koala because they sleep a lot, a little jigsaw. I'll send you some organic lavender with that and some material so you can sew a little thing that helps you sleep. So yes, thank you so much to everyone who is supporting me by getting Theatre of Science magazine. If you get Theatre of Science magazine, if you have a copy in your house, then you are the reason why this is my job. Hello, Abba and Arthur. Oh, nice. Right, I've come over to my Facebook page. I love this bit. Love this bit, man. This is the last lesson before half term, so I'm not even in a rush. I Just get to chat. Oh yeah, the photos are coming in. The photos are coming in. Amazing. Dexy, I get to see a photo of... You're so good at sending me photos. Thank you so much. I did tell you in the first lesson, didn't I, how much I love it. I'm so pleased you've sent another one. Get to see pictures of your pop-up cards. I need to write a message in mine. Hello, Agatha. Hello. 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 Don't see your name a lot. Hello, Agatha. Hiya. Welcome. Glad you're here. Why was Constantine looking at the sun? Jacob. That is a brilliant question. That is such a good question. How did I mention someone looking at the sun without saying kids never look at the sun? I have failed. I have failed as a physics teacher. It's like, just gets drummed into you. Whenever you say, blah, 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 the sun. Never look at the sun, kids. You shouldn't ever look directly at the sun. It can burn your eyes and you haven't got pain receptors in your eyes, so you won't know. It's not like your skin would hurt if it was burned. You won't know. You will just not be able to see. Do not look at the sun, Jacob. What would I do without you? Sky! Sky's got a Valentine's card as well. This is great. Hello, Effie and Frank. Hello again. Effie and Frank, hello. Effie and Frank, I think I only said hello to you like very quickly once in the last lesson because you were the first comment. So Effie and Frank, make it up for it now. Effie and Frank. Frank and Effie, hello. Sophie, Emily, Katie, and Hannah want to show their cards. Oh man, I'm so loving these pictures of the cards. Abba and Arthur. Oh, Abba loves my outfit. Thank you. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with this actually. I nearly dressed as a Roman and then I just didn't have time to go out and find the leaves. But I did manage to find this extra heart outfit. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? There we go. All of the hearts on display. Can you believe this was reduced? Charity shop, £2. Can you believe it? Don't say yes, we can't believe it. Shush. Hello, Myra and Thea. Our auntie is called Valerie and she was born on Valentine's Day. No way, that is such a cool fact. Oh, Maya made a rainbow card. I'm getting all these photos so I can show at the end. Laurie's card. Sarah made herself a snack. Sarah has made a Valentine's themed snack. Did you get that idea from the holding page? Like the little poster, I had a picture of some toast with a heart on. That is awesome. Hello, Clea. Heart cheeks look amazing. Thank you. Thanks very much. I like it. I taught my IGCSE physics lesson like this yesterday. Usually I get changed, but I just didn't want to. I should dress up more, not less, right? Hello, Heidi and Lennon. Hello. Our not quite completed cards from yesterday's lesson. Oh, wow, this is a video. It's a video with 2 likes, dudes, come on. The other photos, I've opened them in a separate tab and I'm going to show them all in a minute, but let's have a look at this video. Our not quite completed cards from yesterday's lesson. Whoa! Dudes, you put your own twist on it. Oh, I love it. Hearts on the front. And then a red spider's web. And the spider is actually hanging. Oh, that's good. Oh, that makes me want to do mine again. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, that is good. Very cool indeed. Thank you for showing that. Hello, Aurelia. Hello, you. Hello. You threw my Valentine's Day card that I made for my mummy. Me through a Valentine's Day. Okay, I'm loving these pictures. Is that someone saying that's really cool? Humphrey loves mummy. Oh, Humphrey, that's awesome. Look at you with the glitter. Okay, I've opened all these up. Hello, Imogen and Ophelia. Science Day. I know, right? Yeah. Hi, we're watching live. Yes. Hello, Michelle. Is that Ollie? Hello. All right, Jacob. Hello, Violet. Hello, Iris and Casper. Hello. Hello to you. Hello, Shuki and Arthur and you, and Sal. I did it again. I've got serious end of term feelings. Shuki, Arza, Eunice, Salah, Musa, who made me my t-shirt of shame. Theatre of Science magazine, coming soon! Maybe. I definitely need to start wearing that after half term, don't I? I definitely do. Do you know what? I bought something from Marks and Spencer's the other day and I thought of you lot because I usually take the hanger off and put it in the recycle the hanger box. But I didn't. I thought, I need one hanger in my house in order to hang up the t-shirt of shame. Now, where have I put it? It's somewhere in my house. I've got a week to find it so that the t-shirt can be displayed. Hello, Jancy. It's Daisy. Whoa! What? It's Daisy's 14th birthday tomorrow on Valentine's Day. That is so much information. You're 14 on the 14th. Cool. And you're 14. Extremely cool. And it's your birthday tomorrow. Your birthday is on Valentine. That's so good. Wait. I'm trying to do so your birthday's always on Valentine's Day. Yeah, because it's not like Easter where the date changes. Your birthday is on the 14th of February. That's very good, isn't it? I think that's ideal. Like Christmas Day, there's too much fanfare. You know, people get distracted. Valentine's Day is probably just enough to make it extra good. I hope you have a really good day anyway. Plus there's like obviously a lot of good food available. Oh yeah, obviously, sorry, also hello to Jay and to Daniel as well. And it's Jane's birthday tomorrow. Jane is not 14. That's good. That's not how science works, is it? No. Oh, look at Tiger and Bird saying hello to Daisy and Jane. That's nice. Oh, I love it when you lot interact. Morning from Tiger and Banjo. Wait, and Bird. Sorry, Bird. Sorry. Bird and Tiger and Banjo the pants eating hound. My brain skipped to the word pants and got confused. Only Banjo eats pants. The humans are normal ish. Yeah, I've met you. Hello Laurie, happy Valentine's. Oh yeah, happy Valentine's Day. I don't think I said that. Happy Valentine's Day. I like Valentine's Day. I like Valentine's Day a lot. There's not really any pressure, is there? There's not anything that you have to do. You don't have to stay up until midnight. You don't have to buy a load of gifts for people. You just do whatever you like. Right, let's have a look at these Valentine's Day cards. You ready? Oh, right. Dexy's is the first up. Look at that. Amazing. Oh, look at all those eyes. Oh, and you've done a nose. Oh, you've stuck your legs on. That's what's making it look better. That is, oh, and you've wrapped up the little, oh, that's so good. Nice quality card as well. That's a good Valentine's Day card. Even if it wasn't a spider trying to offer up a manky little cricket's leg as a gift, that is really nice, isn't it? Of course, you've properly wrapped it up. Right, this is good. I'm getting a lot of inspiration. So well done, Dexy. That is brilliant. Okay, next one up is Sky. Sky. Love it. I love the colourful web. And I also love the fact, I don't know, the sort of slightly creepy smile. It's not a smile, it's a half smile. It's like, I'm not doing a good thing here. Smile. Nice. Happy Valentine's. That is so good. I love the legs. I like how it kind of looks like a sun. Oh my goodness. So this is a whole display of Sophie and Emily and Katie and Hannah. They are also, oh, you've got the spider's legs just right. Man, that's what a spider's legs look like. That's exactly, wow. This is, I mean, I am a physics teacher and not a biology teacher, but still, that is so good. Look at that spider. That is epic. I love it. Oh, that's amazing. Look at all those legs. That's so good. Look, is this plants? Oh, wait, are these flowers? Oh, and a heart. Oh, I do like that. Oh, that's very Valentine's Day. That's really sweet. How did you get them all to stick up like that? And then in the background, the one that is closer to my spider. I like all the little spiky tufts of web. Look at those eyes. It looks like, oh, what are those? I'm forgetting the films, the famous Japanese films. They're really famous. Kiki, all those ones. And there's little fluff balls in one of the films. And it looks like one of the adorable little fluff balls, which is one of my favourite characters. Anyway, oh, rainbow. Oh, I see. Again, you've just done, oh, look, that's Constantine in the background. Whoa, it's so big. He's massive. Oh, that's nice. So you kind of started the activity and then you went off piste. That is, Maya, that is so fit of science. I love that. Oh, I really love that. Those colours are great. I love how it blends. They do blend. Anyway, okay, right. Very cool. Maya, thank you for that. Yes! That thing is terrifying. Guys, do not accept gifts from things that are looking at you in that way. That is really scary. That's good, though. How does your spider's web look so good? You just took a bit longer on the lines than I did, hey? And you didn't do the lines going down because the creases are the lines going down. Yeah, that's strong. That's very strong. Enjoying my pose in the background. I'm loving this. Whose was that one? Oh, that was Laurie. Oh, Laurie, that was you. Look at that snack. What even is that? What is? Oh, wait, yeah. Oh my goodness, that's so good. I was thinking that you'd made a heart and put it on toast, but no, that's exactly what's on the poster, right? I'm getting really excited and my nose is running, so I don't want to turn the camera around, but I also do need to turn the camera around. I'm going to blow my nose. Sarah, that is so good. It's a jam sandwich, but with a heart cut out, and you've made a little S. It's like a Valentine's Day snack to yourself. That is so good. You know where Sarah got that idea, right? Because the poster for this lesson was a piece of toast. Look, it's just the same. There, that was what I put on the poster, the photo that I found. That's great. Oh, that's a really lovely idea. I think I might have to do that for my kids after this. That's really nice. I mean, jam sandwich is great. Anyway, whoa, that's awesome. Is this Humphrey? So, all right, so this is Humphrey's actual card. So good. Look at that. How did you get this? How have you done that? You got some sort of special cutting out machine that cuts out perfect hearts. That's really gorgeous. I love that it looks like some kind of creature with a heart-shaped mouth that's gone on the side. And then look, it's me through the hole. Amazing. I love it. I also love the colour. I'm loving your wall. I don't think I've seen your wall before. I'm getting very distracted by the beautiful colour of your wall and the beautiful paintings. That's nice. I like that I'm kind of inside your card. Right. Thanks for that, you lot. Wow, we've never had such a magnificent display of photos. It's so nice that I don't have to rush off to teach IGCSE physics or pick up one of my kids from school or anything like that. The other kid home educates. I'm not just like, I pick up as many children from school as I have to be a good parent. Right, I'm just refreshing to see if anyone's written anything else. And then I will go and do some parenting and crack on with next week's work. Oh yes, Josie's here. All right, Josie, Psych with Jem. Hello, Charlie on the Isle of Wight. Oh, you like the Lego stories? Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Oh, that's very nice. Oh, and here's Effie. Effie's heart card. Frank's made a spider card. Hello, Jacob. Jacob is watching live. Whoa. Oh, Jacob would like to know why you have so many words on the shelves behind you. Jacob, thank you so much. We were just talking about this in the last lesson because Wormy is the Theatre of Science mascot, but I never talk about her anymore. I used to put Wormy in like all the kind of PowerPoints and the printouts that I did, so everyone knew that Wormy was the Theatre of Science mascot. But that idea is just kind of, I've just stopped. I've got very lazy with Wormy. She had a whole backstory. She started off as, I mean, worms aren't even, I don't think, male or female, but Wormy is a she. She started off as just Wormy, and then eventually sort of members of the Science Alliance commenting decided that she had two kids called Wilma and, oh man, I can't even remember. I'm going to have to watch the really old ones back. Wilhelmina and somebody else. And then she became a spy, and she would help single parents with their children, but also recruit them into spying. Wormy is a very complicated character. So this is worms that people have sent me. These are like amazing wormies made of all different textures. It's incredible, right? I've got pipe cleaner wormy, like beautiful bead wormy, Fimo wormy, felted wormy, harbour bead wormy, wooden, carved out of wood wormy. These, honestly, the Science Alliance completely blew my mind. I've got a beautiful wormy like medallion. I've got a worm-themed bracelet. Jacob, that was you, wasn't it? I've got this because there was some confusion and people thought that I was going to get a medal from, you get sent a medal or something, some kind of special award from YouTube when you hit 100,000 followers, but someone thought it was 10,000 followers and told me that, and we all got really excited that I was going to get an award, and then you don't get an award for 10,000 followers on YouTube, but someone made me one! Oh, I'm going to cry. That's what the worms are about. This is another Theatre of Science mascot called Forkish, who, again, I don't talk about. I need to start referencing them more, Jacob, because no one has any idea now what these things are. Right. Oh, we're getting a lot of love for Sarah's snack. Sarah wrapped a little toy. Oh, yeah, so I am, you're right. I'm giving nursery web spiders a bad name because some of them do give proper gifts. Some of them actually wrap up food. So Sarah, has your spider actually made a nice actual present? That's good. Oh, here's Alfie and Max with more pictures of cards. All right, let's have a look. Hello, Shell and Ollie. Oh, it is Shell and Ollie. Hello. Yeah, hello. You enjoyed making the card? Good. Sort of related. I'm a really big dinosaur lover. Go on. I'm a really big dinosaur lover, and there are some fossils of scratch marks made by dinosaurs that are associated with mating and gifts. No! If you told me that, that probably would have been the Lego story. What? I can't put up a pic, but the Dinosauria animated shorts on YouTube has an episode. Pic copyrighted by Latte and Mocha Enterprises. Okay, that's just a picture of some goats. You're going to see that. Elliot made a Valentine's Day card for Daddy. Oh, that's lovely. Is that all pencil? Is that like pencil shading? There's Edmund. That is epic, dudes. Did you brain skip the second the? Jacob says, did you brain skip the... I mean, what Jacob is actually saying is, did you brain skip the second the? Now, Jacob is a regular. Jacob comes all the time. You've seen Jacob just then inputting some good information. So I'm listening to Jacob. I'm not dismissing this as complete nonsense. Did you brain skip the second the, says Jacob. And that was 8 minutes ago. What did I do or say 8 minutes ago that would lead Jacob to comment, did you brain skip the second the? I'm going to sit on that one for a bit. Right, let's get some more cards. Oh, that's skies. Yeah, we've seen skies. Okay, good. Right, so let's... so many tabs open now. Okay, we've seen those ones. Those ones are beautiful. We've seen that one. Rainbow. Scary little red hell demon. Seen that one. That's Sebastian's card. Oh, here we go. This is Josie's. Look at that. I'm a bit jealous that I didn't think to use coloured card. That's really nice. I really like that. In fact, pink and yellow are two of my favourite colours together. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Oh, I see. You've done the concertina fold, but you've made it pop a heart out. That is really nice. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I could have put my spider on another little concertina bit, couldn't I? Yeah, that is good. I like that. Nice one, Effie. Oh, it's Effie. Oh, hiya, Effie. There's Frank. Frank. Yeah, the classic. The classic. Look at all those eyes. Love it. Nice. Thanks, Frank. It's nice when not everyone goes completely off-piste. I'm like, yeah, someone appreciated my design. Oh, Sarah. Yeah, okay, so you've actually wrapped up a toy. That's a great idea. That is a really good idea to actually put a gift in a card. I love the spider in the background as well. It's a proper one. Yeah, I like that. They're not all treacherous. Oh, look at that, Max. That's really cool. Oh, that's so good. I love it. That is 8 legs as well, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, very nice. Very nice indeed. Oh, I like your spider's web's come out well, hasn't it? That's a good pointiness. Oh, Alfie, your little spider's so cute. Oh, I love it. Look at all those eyes. That is very geometric. That's really nice. I feel like you might be good at maths. That's some very good use of shapes there. I love the legs as well. I don't know why. There's just something so adorable about that. I wouldn't even mind if that spider gave me a present that wasn't really a present. Oh, and here's Latte and Mocha. Oh, my days. Wow, they are cute. Wow. Is this mocha? Because got a little bit of cocoa powder. So a latte is a coffee that's just made with milk, which is why I'm assuming that this little back fellow is latte. And mocha is a latte, but it's also got cocoa in. That is, I mean, they're great. Right, so also we all have to go to the Dinosauria animated shorts on YouTube because something to do with scratch marks, fossilised scratch marks, being related to dinosaurs mating and giving gifts. I really want to know more about that. And oh, Elliot, that's awesome. It was penciled. That's come out so nicely, hasn't it? Little bit terrified of the red eyes, but when you've done the jaws, of course, because spiders do have jaws. That's what the other one was about as well. Oh, I'm loving all those hearts. All right, this is definitely making me think that I need to write a message on mine. Oh, that's so ace. I love how big that spider is as well. That's awesome. And it kind of looks hairy. Oh, look at this one. Edmund. Hello, Edmund. That is very strong. That is nice. You've got a good black pen. I feel like you've got a very good quality black pen there. I'm loving all those. I love the shape of the eyes. Have you done the 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, you have. You've done the sort of correct arrangement of legs as well. Not jellyfish style. That's nice as well. You've put some effort into that. Have you had help with that? You've actually drawn the lines around the creases. You've done what is called a proper job. I can learn something from you. Oh, come on! Alfie, Sarah and Max's cards. Yes, all of them together. Oh, I love it. Oh, there we go. I see. So that's the cute little one that I saw before. That is the one with all the legs. Yeah. And that is the one. Oh, yeah, I see. So they're all in the same room. I didn't cotton onto that. Oh, thank you. Excellent. Wonderful. Right. I better go back and refresh again. And then I really had better go because, yeah, I do have to do some, I was going to say do some home educating today. I've sort of done loads of home educating, but not for my own children. So it's not really fair, is it, that they get left out. I understand when I was a kid, like my whole family loves Roald Dahl books, although I increasingly have to cut out a lot of word in the Roald Dahl books. Roald Dahl describes people, when I say people, I mean women, in a really mean way. But I still love the stories, and my mum loved the stories, but I grew up with my mum telling me that Roald Dahl was apparently a really not very nice dad, like just not a very good dad. Didn't invest a lot of time in his kids, and I always remember him when I'm doing my job, like, I can kind of see how, like, you could just get really overexcited home educating other people and forget that you also have to educate your own children. So I'm gonna go and do that. Wolfie, go to my YouTube. Okay, go to your YouTube, Wolfie1212. All right, I will go to your YouTube, Wolfie1212. Hello, Roscoe. First time we've managed to catch a show live. No way. Roscoe, is it? Because this is definitely the longest chatting I've ever done at the end of a show, so I don't know whether that's good for you or bad for you. But hello, welcome. Thank you for watching live. Have you been lurking for ages and I've never said hello to you, Roscoe? Roscoe, I feel like I need to say Roscoe's name a lot because Roscoe is watching live. You are hearing these words as I'm saying them. Technology is amazing. Arthur says he missed physics live yesterday but has planned to catch up today. Well, that'll be good because I'll be wearing pretty much the same outfit. So, oh, Heidi! Whoa, Heidi's made the biggest spider. Lennon, that is superb. Ollie has made a card as well. Look at that. And that's the card, and we've got to the cards that we've already seen. Oh no, wait, that's Robin as well. I don't think I've seen Robin's. It's all got a bit out of sync. My mum, your mum has got flowers from a goat willow tree. What are the odds? Dexy, that's amazing. And there's, okay, we've got to Daisy having a birthday. Oh, that's nice. Look, Sebastian and Humphrey saying happy birthday as well. Right, what am I doing? I'm showing a couple more photos. I'm going to Wolfie1212's YouTube channel. I don't know if, should I be following children's, well, you've got loads of subscribers. I don't know if I should be following the YouTube channels of children. Should I? Are you allowed to have a YouTube channel? I mean, maybe you are. This is, I don't know. I haven't looked into it. You can play shotgun on guitar? Really? Cool. All right. Click subscribe. There we go. I'll look at whether that's a responsible thing for me to do later. Oh, Heidi, yes, look at that. That is absolutely, you've done a proper job as well. You've done the same as Edmund. You followed the creases. I like that. That is great. That is a lot of black pen dedicated to this Valentine's Day card, which I respect. I appreciate that. Thank you. Very cool. That's such a friendly one. Lennon, I love it. Look at that. Again, I would take a gift from that guy. That guy looks trustworthy to me. It's just, who could have that excited a face? And not, this is not how we judge people, children. But anyway, that's great. That one looks actually really friendly. What does that say? Loves your... What? Loves your... I won't try and read that. I'll look at that. That is nice. Have you done the same thing, Ollie? Have you actually wrapped up a little thing? Your gift is looking very gifty. I like that. I feel like mine isn't really fooling anyone. I clearly need to get a little bit of ribbon and make that better. That's great. Again, with the nice beamy smile. Kind of enjoying seeing myself on the telly as well. Makes me feel like a celebrity. Oh my goodness. Robin, that one's terrifying. That one is so... Although, is it? Maybe I need to look closer. Maybe that is a genuinely sweet smile. Maybe it's big and it's hairy and its eyes are glowing like the red fires of hell. But maybe that's just what it looks like on the outside and I should just open my mind. And maybe it's actually a really friendly spider trying to give me a genuine gift. And I shouldn't be judging things by their appearances. Thank you, Robin. Thank you for teaching me an important lesson today. And this is Dexy's mum's goat willow tree. That is beautiful. So those are catkins. Those are flowers. They're just not flowers that are interested in attracting insects. So they don't have any colour or presumably any smell. I don't know. Dexy, get your nose in there. See if it smells. But I don't think it does smell, does it? Because why would it smell? Why would you waste energy growing stuff that smells nice? It would just be a complete waste of energy for the plant, wouldn't it? Because the wind doesn't care about smell. That's science, kids. And there we go. We're back to Josie's. Beautiful. Right. Okay, I really had better go. Thank you so much for that. Cool, what a great chat. Maybe I need to spread my lessons out more throughout the day so that I can do 20% teaching and 80% just looking at awesome pictures from you lot. That was really fun. Okay, I'm going to have one last refresh and then I am definitely 100% going to go because my child asked to learn some science today, which is very unusual. So I need to go and teach them some science. Oh, here we go. Dexy's written a reply. They're over a year old. Those willow flowers are over a year old. That's so weird. Oh, it says, here's your gift. That makes sense. Yeah, thank you for that. Can you see Cassie and Rowan's cards? They're waiting anxiously. Oh, there we go. Wait, can I see Cassie and Rowan's? No, I can't. I've got Roscoe's. Roscoe's has got a fly. Right. Cassie and Rowan, where is your comment then? It's a bit weird. I keep clicking newest comments and you would think that that would mean that it's like the newest comment at the top and the oldest one at the bottom. But it doesn't seem to be. Sometimes they get a bit jumbled up. Right, I'm looking for Cassie and Rowan's card. Man, Cassie and Rowan, you've been sitting there for a long time. So where's your card? And we also need Jacob to explain, did your brain skip the second the? Oh, thanks, Dexy and Steffi. No, I'm looking forward to Shakespeare as well. There's Frank's. There's Agatha. There's a reply comment on Agatha's. Oh, there's Agatha's card. Ah, yes. I think maybe if people reply, then I don't see it. There's Roscoe. Shell and Ollie. Charlie Ida White. Hello. There's Josie. There's Sebastian Humphrey. Oh, there it is. Here we go. I've just found them down here. There's Rowan's. Oh no, that was actually Daniela. Did Daniela make one as well? Amazing. And here's Cassie's at the bottom. Thank you. All right, I've just found them. And there's Edmund's. And that's the little gift. Oh, it's such a cute little gift to Dexy. I think I've seen everybody's now. I think it's just these two to go, is it? Let's have a look. Scrolling down. There's Imogen and Ophelia. All right, yeah. Found them. So this one's Roscoe. Love it. Has your fly got heart-shaped wings and doing a blue tack poo? Come on. Look at that. Is it blowing a little kiss? That's... Oh, it is, isn't it? Those are the eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, is that an eye or is it blowing a kiss? It kind of looks like it's going... and a heart is coming out. I love this. Did not think to draw a fly. Very nice. Thanks, Roscoe. And... Agatha, that's amazing. Did you draw that yourself? That is some art skills, isn't it? Wow, look at that. You've put hair on it and that's the gift. You've actually drawn a, like, oh, what's the word for it? Rendering, isn't it? When you do those little lines. My husband is an artist, I should know this. That is so good. That is what I call art skills. Nice. Here's is this actually Daniela's? Is this the adult? So this one is Rowan's. I love it. You've drawn a little present. Oh, you've drawn the whole body. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Why didn't I do that? I'm loving that cheeky little enigmatic smile. And a nose. And the green and the red together. That's, yeah. Again, with the coloured card, that is a very strong look. Very good idea. Furry little legs. Love it. Oh my goodness, I'm glad I didn't miss that one. Let's have a look at Cassie's. Oh, Cassie! Is your spider wearing shoes? Is your spider wearing shoes? And again, yeah, with the coloured card. You've pushed the boundaries. You've just, I don't know. I don't think there's any way of me to do these lessons where I get you to do the activity and then I copy you. But that would make for better lessons. Cassie, that is awesome. Thank you. So I'm assuming that this is actually Daniela's, is it? Nice. I like how Daniela's kind of nicked ideas from both children. That is a very good combination of things. Yours has got little shoes on and a little present and yeah, very nice, very nice. All right, we better finish there, hadn't we? We better finish. I don't know how long Facebook lives are allowed to be, but I think we might be pushing the limits of how long they're allowed to be. If you've done a card and I haven't seen it, then I will be checking the comments. I'll see the comments like later. So if I haven't seen it, just pester me, just comment again, and it'll come up on Facebook, and then I'll get to see it. And I can comment back to you at least. Right, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for joining me. Do you remember that thing that I said about an hour and a half ago about supporting me on Coffee? Thank you for doing that. If you sign up to support me, you will receive 1 or 2 magazines, and you'll be on the list for when the next magazine comes out. I'm gonna go and pair up my children, and then I'm gonna finish writing the magazine during half-term holidays. I hope so. Theatre of Science magazine coming soon. Maybe. Yeah, thanks so much for all your support, you lot. I'm going to go and have a week's break. I'll see you after half term for loads of wonderful spring-themed Lego story shows and a Shakespeare science module. Thank you for all your support. I'll see you soon. Bye!